A new witness set to take the stand in the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial this morning. Yesterday, the matter hitting a snag after accused number 1 and 2 made changes to their defense team, prompting a postponement. Now, the changes happen amid a trial within a trial that's testing the admissibility of confession statements. Muzi, Sibiya and Bongani Ntanzi claim they were forced into confessing to the murder after being tortured. Let's get the latest now, and Mnisi is our reporter on this story. Linda, good morning to you. So today is the actual start of this particular hearing. For some time, the matters here have been postponed, and that's owing to procedural matters, if I could put it that way. But today we really get to hear whether these confessions were as a result of these accused being assaulted and tortured to making the statements.
Well, yes, indeed, Oli. You'd recall that the state indicated that it would have a new witness ready for this morning to take the stand, and that is what is expected to unfold here at the Pretoria High Court. You mentioned, of course, the issue around the new legal representative for accused number 1 and 2 coming on board, and that is Advocate Thulani Mngomezulu. You would have seen him passed behind me just as we started this conversation. He is now, of course, going to be leading arguments and cross-examination during this trial within a trial. He comes at a critical time when the state is moving on, of course, with its new witnesses. But you'd recall that yesterday they indicated that they may want to recall the 2 witnesses that have already testified in this trial within a trial. Here I'm talking about Colonel Mboto as well as Constable Munareng, who have already taken to the stand. Essentially, what their testimony was all about, it was in regards to the statement and the manner in which the statements were taken. You'd recall he did indicate that accused number 1, Muzi Sibiya, was brought to the Deep Kloof police station where, he was warned, as per Section 35 of the Constitution, of his rights to remain silent, and that he has a right to legal representation, of course, and that whatever he says to the peace officer can be used against him in a court of law. They went through a number of questions in which he answered that he'd still like to make that statement, and that he was not assaulted, only had injuries on his wrists as a result of the tightly fastened handcuffs. So that point, in fact, being labored in court, especially around the assault and the injuries that he had. The witness saying that he asked him whether or not he was assaulted, but the constant answer that he received was that he wasn't, assaulted. But that is now the basis of the objection of these statements being admitted by the court in the main trial, because the defense is now arguing that those statements were taken under duress, and of course they were assaulted and suffocated. So this morning the expectation then is that we'll hear exactly how far the consultations went and whether there are new instructions pertaining to the past witnesses. But in as far as the state is concerned, what they've already indicated to the court is that they'll be calling a new witness who will then start testifying, and we'll hear then cross-examination. Where does that leave Sipho Ramosepeli, who's been representing accused number 1 and 2? Well, he's indicated to the court that he'll be taking the role of the instructing attorney. So he's still part of the legal team of accused number 1, but just will be taking the backseat, particularly with this trial within a trial where he'll be the instructing attorney. Oli?
Linda Mnisi watching the space there at the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial. Thank you very much indeed.